So you're very welcome here to Borlahan here. Lovely day in Borlahan with the wind blowing down below to our left from right to left as both teams line up on the field here. We're here with Robert Healy for Loughmore Castleiney against Moyle Rovers here in the Tipperary Senior Football semi-final, and good excitement here as both teams are just going through their pre-match warm-up routines. Referee today, Derek O'Mahony, in the middle of the field, and down below to my right, Moyle Rovers are warming up, and Loughmore just close to us here have just come back in after their warm-up. Shane Stapleton is alongside me. Great game in store, I presume.
Yeah, this is probably the standout tie of the football championship to date. The football championship probably needs a big game here. Two of the top three, Loughmore, Castleiney, and the fanfare that's going with them. Their year, it's going to be interesting to see how they play. And Moyle Rovers, see how they bounce back after losing their crown to Commercials last year. Talking to both sidelines, I think we should have two full strength teams. Both are after going through rigorous warm-ups here before us, Stephen. So yeah, really looking forward to this, and hopefully they just tear into each other.
And Shane, they're going for a double in Loughmore to get to a second county final. They're just here. We'll probably keep it a bit low for a second because they're just about 10, 15, 20 feet away from us right now. But they're warming up for this one. You know, they're hoping to get to another final. They're in the hurling already against Killadanga. Huge motivation. Bloody Sunday, great article today in the 42. Tom McGrath interviewed in it just about the importance of Bloody Sunday and the importance of this year for Loughmore.
Yeah, exactly, and let's say just they're on the crest of a wave. And I tell you, Stephen, if anyone thought that they were going to kind of maybe mind themselves for the hurling final and just see how this goes, if you saw the warm up they're just after doing, these are going to go at this with everything they have. They had a ferocious warm up here in front of us. Yeah, it's an important year for everyone involved in the GA and particularly in Tipperary. That was a brilliant article today, and everyone should read it. And it just kind of brings it home to us, Stephen, about, let's say, what it would mean to a club like Loughmore, Castleiney, to get through this one, and to get to two county finals again would be an emphatic achievement. And it's one I don't think anyone would have predicted at the start of the year.
And Shane, out there then just to our right, Moyle Rovers are just in a huddle out there. We saw them, kicking pints there just beforehand, kicking into the wind from long range, short range. Huge thing for them today now after all the last few months to get back to a county final for them. They won it a couple of years recent enough, but they're looking now to win and get back there again.
Yeah, exactly. And if Moyle Rovers are their full 15, Stephen, they will feel that they can beat any team in Tipperary. Let's say they're an experienced team now. Let's say a few years ago when the Danny Owens and Stephen Quirks and these fellas were just coming out of the tip ranks, the tip minor and 21 ranks, people are saying, oh, they might need a few years, but now this is probably the time they have to show. They have a lovely blend of experience and youth. They are 15 natural footballers you will find in this county. They have a strong bench, and they say with John Owens on the sideline over them, tactically they will be very, very strong, and it will just be interesting to see how they will set up. Will they maybe get numbers behind the ball to crowd out John and Noel at the start? Will they go 15 on 15 and get quick ball in like they thrived on earlier in the championship? But this is a 50-50 game, Stephen. Like, even if you look back on the two groups, Moyle Rovers is three wins from 6 points, scored 61, conceded 29. Loughmore on the other side, just one more point, scored 62 points, conceded the exact same at 29 points. Do you know what I mean? So I can't call this, Stephen. This is going to be too close to call, and it will all be who settles the best. There is a strong breeze to talk about, as you said. Moyle Rovers are going to play. With it against it in the first half, which will be important. They'll need to settle in.
Okay, a couple of changes there. We're just seeing that going in along there is John Ryan. Pounder looks to be starting here, and just to go through quickly the starting teams as per the programme: Shane Hennessy, Owen Ryan, John Maher, Tomas McGrath, Larkin Egan, Brian McGrath and Joseph Hennessy. Noel then and Joey Nyland in midfield for Loughmore. Peter Nyland, Kieran McGrath, Kieran Connolly the half forward line, Conor Ryan, John McGrath and Conor McGrath there, but it looks as though John Ryan is gone in there, and so too Willie Everston. We'll let you know when we see who's out for Moyle. Kieran Kendrick, Killian Crowe, Jack Harney, Paddy Morrissey, David McGrath, Alan Campbell at 6 is the captain, and Tyke Fitzgerald midfield. Then Danny Owens and Ben Owens, Diarmid Foley, Liam Boland and Dara Ryan. The half forward line, starting full forward line, Shane Foley, Luke Boland and Rian Quigley here, as Derek O'Mahony looks to get things going here at the moment, and he's just in the middle. All of us around here just waiting to go here. Stand it's here where we're looking from, and this one is in, and straight away it is sent down the field there by Loughmore, and the battle just continues forward. John McGrath first to react. John McGrath feeds this one overhead now over to Eamon Connolly, who's another starter different from the programme here. This ball in as far as Noel, back on now as far as Kieran Connolly. The first kick of the game, the first score of the game. Kieran Connolly, sweet kick for Loughmore Castleiney.
Yeah, great start. A lot of change on the Loughmore team, and a strong looking outfit, and that's a great confidence boost to get such an early score. Won the throw in. He tried to win all the first battles, get the first score. Excellent start for Loughmore Castleiney.
So a point to the good already here in the first minute of this county football semi-final. We're live on the Tip GAA stream here in Borlahan at the moment, as the keeper gets ready to go, and it's kicked out to the centre back there, and the captain Alan Campbell feeds it on again here to Tyke Fitz now. Solon up the field now from the 45 up towards the 65, lays off this ball as Moyle Rovers look to just build on it here in as far as Campbell again now, and they just go lateral with this over here as far as Diarmid Foley. They're playing against a strong wind here, so they'll try and hold possession. This ball kicks straight in now, in on top of the full forward. It's gathered in there by Quirk. Stephen Quirk feeds this one on again over to Shane Foley. Shane Foley trying to find someone to lay it back to back now as far as Rian Quigley, and Rian Quigley slots over the equaliser, a point apiece. Stephen Quirk is a notable player who is after coming into the starting team here. He's not on the programme as a starter, but he is starting.
Yeah, and he gives him more options. Let's say can win his old ball inside in that full forward line, because they have great pace with the Foleys, and Rian Quigley is probably the man in fire. Had a great pre-season and a league campaign with Tipperary seniors, so he'll be the danger man. It'll be a good match up there with John Maher. Interested to see how that'll go. So
keeper gets ready, just being told to take it back slightly by the referee here, Derek O'Mahony, and keeper does so accordingly and gets ready to go here. Shane Hennessy, the goalie, sends this one straight out into the middle of the field, looking for the McGraths. Bounces out there nicely for John. John lays this one off now in as far as Conor Ryan back again, and it is Loughmore who come on the attack now, this time through Eamon Connolly out there. This ball held up now, fed into Conor Ryan. Conor Ryan coming through the middle here. Conor Ryan, a lovely angle kick, and this one is just slotted over, but it's just tails out to the left and wide.
Yeah, really talented player. We brought in Conor Ryan for a look with the Tip seniors a few years ago. He was actually doing his leaving cert at the time. Outstanding talent, has a big future in the game.
So a point apiece here still in Borlahan. Early days in this one here as Moyle get ready for another kick out. 4 o'clock here. This one kicked out and high, and hand on the back there. So it is going to be a free for Moyle Rovers. Taken fast here, but the angle is bad, and it's out here to Aidan McGrath, who gathers it now and feeds it into the middle to Noel. Noel now holding this one up in the middle of the field, up on the 65, stays going here, lays it off now to Kieran Connolly. Connolly now coming on the attack, challenged hard there by Tyke Fitzgerald, but gets by him and he keeps going here, and this one is slotted in, but again just out to the left of the post. Similar angle to the last one, but this time the ball was kicked from in front of the goals.
Yeah, probably driving in looking for a free, got more space than maybe he reckoned, and had a swing at it, unlucky, just off balance, tailed away.
So still a point apiece here in the county senior football semi-final between Moyle Rovers and Loughmore. And Stephen Gleeson, Shane Stapleton alongside me here on commentary this afternoon for this one, as this kick out is sent out into the middle of the field. Ball now breaking in the middle, and a fine catch out there by McGrath. Aidan McGrath holds this ball up and works it back out to Noel. Noel now goes to funnel this, but breaking onto it now is Liam Boland coming through the middle. The way he goes, bounces toe to hand now again, toe to hand again, and kicks this one in and over the bar. Couple of quick toe to hands, and another score from Moyle Rovers, and they really just took over a slappy enough pass there.
Yeah, Aidan McGrath did really well in front of us here, Stephen. Unfortunate to lose his footing. Tried to pop it off to Noel, broke him for Liam Boland, used all that space. Nice score.
This kick out the field now. Loughmore win it here. It's Connolly coming through now. Connolly feeds on this ball inside him here into the corner forward. Conor Ryan drives it on again. Connolly sprinting after this one, trying to keep this one in, and does very well to keep that ball in play now and funnel it back out towards the corner forward. But play goes on, and Moyle gather this ball and work it out now past the 20 21, and there's a foul committed there by Conor McGrath, and it is going to be a free out for Moyle Rovers, taken fast by Killian Crowe, but ref just holding play up here at the moment as Moyle Rovers just had a player on the deck there, and he's up and moving about now, but play just held up at the moment. Strong enough breeze for Loughmore, but Moyle really just on top of the scoreboard really.
Yeah, and just there's a bit of frustration there creeping into Loughmore game there, but Moyle Rovers will fancy now having ball at the back, and they can build from there with the pace they have.
This ball fed back as far as the goalie now, and worked back out now as far as Killian Crowe, as he comes down the field with this and runs in on top of John McGrath and has to go back to the goalie, and it's a loose ball now, and it's picked up here by Conor McGrath coming through the middle. Conor McGrath slots this one in, and a fantastic score by Conor McGrath, and the Moyle Rovers defence just broken down there.
Yeah, physically Loughmore very, very strong in the tackle, and Moyle Rovers didn't really need a dangerous area there to turn over Killian Crowe. I think it was very similar to Aidan McGrath one, lost his footing, ball broke away. Good start by Conor McGrath.
So 2 points apiece here in the Tip football semi-final now. Moyle Rovers win that one out there, and Harney feeds it out the far side of the field out to Dara Ryan. Dara Ryan goes long up along the far side up to Shane Foley. This ball moved on quickly here by Moyle Rovers straight into Quirk. Quirk plays this ball in the middle looking for Dara Ryan in there, but Loughmore there in big numbers, and they win that ball back as Noel McGrath feeds it out to the middle of the field here, out to Kieran Connolly. Connolly coming through now, lays it off to the runner John McGrath. John McGrath to 45, away he goes and keeps going here, looking to offload this ball, and sees the runner outside him. Great vision to spot Aidan McGrath, and Aidan McGrath coming through, and Aidan McGrath puts Loughmore back ahead here. Brilliant vision by John McGrath to spot him.
Yeah, exactly, and ball broke down the village side of Borlahan. The space is all on this side, the stand side. Aidan saw it, broke for what wasn't track, but D Foley, good for the wing back, makes up for the earlier mistake. 3-2 to Loughmore.
8 on the clock here now in Borlahan as the goalie gets ready to go with this one again, and kicks this out as far as Tig Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald now just challenged out there by Conor McGrath, goes by him, works it out as far as the 45, keeps going toe to hand all the way, bounces it now on the opposing 65 and lays that ball off now as far as Danny Owens, and this one is sent in the far side, but Loughmore over there in numbers. Owen Ryan does well to feed it out now as far as Joey Nyland, and this ball is worked out the middle of the field now, out now as far as Connolly over the far side of the field, back to Noel now. Noel McGrath holding on to this ball, feeds it in the middle here. Loughmore coming on the attack again. Conor McGrath now feeds this one back out. It's still Loughmore on the attack here now. It's Joey Nyland coming in with this one, and he just sends this one out to the left of the post, and that's another wide at that left really, and they've had a lot of possession really, but a few wides now at that side.
Yeah, third wide for Loughmore. I suppose when you have the breeze your back, you get a bit more confident with your shooting, and you just don't want that rot to set in. 3 wide at the far side. They let's say good pressure, but if they're getting them chances, they'll look for better turnover.
High one kicked out the middle now, ball breaking in the middle of the field there. Joey Nyland out there to bat it down. It's going to be a free for Moyle Rovers just on the drop there. Foley takes it fast now, sends it here up 10 yards here, but Willie Everston there to gather and lay this ball off now as far as Aidan McGrath. McGrath's challenge there, no free, as this ball is just kicked along the ground there, and they're all trying to get clean possession. Coming away with it is Ben Owens, feeds this ball back now as far as Shane Foley. Shane Foley, nice ball over the far side of the field, and away come Moyle Rovers straight down the field. Kick now in on top of Rian Quigley, and Quigley calls it over there the far side and takes this one fast into Quirk. Quirk with a quick 1-2 here, but Loughmore alert and ready, and John McGrath, the Tip footballer, comes away with this. Probably the best hurler and footballer in Tipperary on the current club championship status here, as this ball is fed out the middle now, out to Joey Nyland, out the far side, back out now to Owen Ryan. Owen Ryan gathers it just inside the 65 now, and holds that ball up over there. A couple of hard challenges come in, but he's well able for it and plays that ball on again. Still Loughmore in possession now. They've worked it up as far as the 45. Oh, beautiful turn over there by Kieran McGrath now, as he just tries to get by Moyle Rovers, but they're in big numbers and they come away with that ball and feed it in the middle into Danny Owens. Away he goes now. Danny Owens up in the 65, still going strong, keeps that ball moving. They've worked it in now as far as Liam Boland. Liam Boland coming through the middle now, tearing in, heading for the 21. Liam Boland back out now to Ring Quigley. Quigley with the left slots this one over, but it comes out to the left of the post and it has gone wide again. So good fast break by Moyle Rovers there.
Yeah, exactly. When Liam Boland breaks that line, that defensive line, he looks really powerful runner. Thought he might have a shot himself. Went to the loop with Reen Quigley. Disappointing shot, but it's a difficult one into the breeze.
3 points to 2 currently. Loughmore ahead, and they're playing with the aid of a strong enough breeze here in Borlahan. This one broken nicely by John McGrath out there, out on top of Kieran Connolly over the far side of the field. This ball goes now, and racing to get there is Kieran McGrath, but the ball beats him. It's going to be a Moyle Rovers chance to take a sideline over the far side of the field. 3 points to 2. Taken fast here. This one kicked right into the middle, looking for Kendrick. Keeper gathers, and away he comes here and plays it safe with this one out to Killian Crowe. Crowe back to the goalie again, and Conor McGrath just waiting there for any sort of an error in the Moyle Rovers defence, but they've worked that ball out now, about 30 out from their own goals here. The stand side in Borlahan work this ball in the middle now, straight in, but it's a loose one, and Noel is there to retrieve it. Noel McGrath heading in past the 45. Noel McGrath looking to see what's on. Look at the vision. He's looking all around to see who's looking for this ball. Feeds it inside him now, straight in as far as Aidan McGrath. Aidan McGrath holds it up, has a runner. Nyland coming through the middle. Here we go. This one is kicked in, and the tip panelist slots it over the bar. Lovely score there.
Yeah, let's say, and the last thing Moyle Rovers want to do there is get a ball the corner back with Killian Crowe, give it out to Dee Foley or whoever's dropping deep, and then look to angle their runs into the middle. Loughmore really strong in that middle third, and let's say when the turnover came, they're very experienced, got a good score out of it.
So here we are at the moment. There's 13 on the clock here in this one in the first half here, as this one is kicked out as far as Killian Crowe now and fed back into the full back Jack Harney. Harney coming out now past the 45, moves that ball on again on to Ben Owens now, and worked up to Tyke Fitz now, and Fitzgerald coming through the middle here, and he's own 65 here, challenged hard out there by John McGrath, who stands him up, and it's going to be a free for Moyle Rovers there. John just not letting him past there at the moment, as the ref is just call and play here and just holding it up for a moment. So it's still Moyle Rovers in possession.
Yeah, exactly, and this will suit Moyle Rovers. Against that breeze, they'll just look to hold possession now and keep it down here for a while.
This ball fed into Dee Foley. Away he goes now, and working it in to a scoreable position here, and slots this one across the goals and out to the left and wide. Moyle Rovers just kicking a couple of wides there when they've had the chances here at the moment. It's 4 points for Loughmore, 2 for Moyle Rovers here at the moment in Borlahan, as Loughmore get ready for a kick out. Shane Hennessy, the keeper here, sends this one straight in the middle of the field, and just a hand got to it there by Alan Campbell, who knocks it out the side, and Moyle Rovers retrieve that kick out, and away they come again. A couple of runners now looking for the ball. He goes back with it though, and it's Moyle Rovers. Their corner back coming out with a Paddy Morrissey now. Paddy Morrissey feeds it up the field over the far side of the field. Still Moyle Rovers in possession. They've worked the ball back in the middle now, and it's Foley coming through the middle here, and away he goes. A burst of speed here, but a brilliant interception out there by Aidan McGrath, who did absolutely brilliantly to work that ball. And we welcome Tip FM, who have just come over to us at the moment here. It's 4-2 ahead here in the first quarter of the game. Loughmore on the attack, sent down by Owen Ryan into the corner, and it is going to be a free in for Loughmore out at the stand side here, just on the 21, and this will be a nice scoreable one, taken fast up by Conor Ryan, slotted in as far as Kieran McGrath. McGrath coming through the middle now, feeds it out as far as Conor McGrath, and back again to Conor Ryan. Conor Ryan slots this one in, and it's a beautiful point, just inside it looked like, but the umpire says that it came out and it has gone wide. That looked over, I thought, for a second there.
Looked over, yeah. Maybe just, let's say, there's a big space between the goal and the net here in Borlahan, so maybe it was just wide before it swung over. Another chance for Loughmore though, and they're fourth wide.
So 4 points to 2 here as we approach the water break stage of the first half in Borlahan in the county senior football semi-final. This kick out, one in the middle now by Tyke Fitzgerald, bursting through past the 65, challenged out there by Brian McGrath, but it is Moyle Rovers on the attack here now, as this ball fed into Shane Foley, and Shane Foley works it over the far side of the field, and Loughmore concede the free in over there just on the 21 out the far side from the stand, and it is a very scoreable free though. Stephen Quirk is the main forward who looks like he's going to have a go at this one. Dee Foley also there, but Stephen Quirk taking responsibility for this kick here, heavily strapped with his right hamstring, heavily strapped at the moment, but a serious footballer when he is fully fit, and he's on the field from Moyle Rovers. It's Stephen Quirk here, ready to go, about to kick this into a very strong wind here in Borlahan in the first half here. Slots this one high with a right boot all the way in, and it tails out to the left of the post, and it has gone wide. So it's still 4 points for Loughmore, 2 points for Moyle Rovers here, as the goalie Shane Hennessy in the Loughmore goals gets ready to take this one, and another ball just on the field, and that has to be kicked off before the kick out is taken. But here we go. Hennessy now slots this one straight down the middle of the field. This ball breaking now in front of Kieran Connolly in there, and it is Noel McGrath who comes down with it. Noel McGrath does really well, and brilliant ball in as far as Conor Ryan, and this ball laid off now over as far as Conor McGrath, and Conor McGrath slots this over the bar. Again, the vision from Noel McGrath to send the Moyle Rovers player one way and put the ball the other.
Yeah, I think everyone saw the Loughmore, the minute he got that ball, the Loughmore bench called it. Conor Ryan's in behind Conor McGrath on the shot. Lovely score and real confidence booster for the young men inside. They're getting loads of ball, loads of opportunities, and 5-2 is a nice lead with that breeze. Just in terms of just for people at home, Stephen, Loughmore, there's a few changes in that, as you said earlier on. Shane is in the goal, John Ryan, John Maher and Willie Evison look to be the full back line. Aidan McGrath, Brian McGrath and Owen Ryan the half back line. Noel and Eamon Connolly midfield. Joey Island, John McGrath and Kieran Connolly in the half line, and Conor Ryan, Conor McGrath seem to be inside, and look, they're dropping men out around the middle of the field when they don't have the ball, and then that's leaving them a lot of space inside. It's all about containment here now for Moyle Rovers. They don't want that lead to grow too big, and they've had 3 probably wides they would have fancied to close the gap.
And it is Frankie McGrath and Murta Brennan in there, an army man from Castleiney. Of course, his older brother Dominic used to be the goalie for many years for Loughmore, and it is Murta that's involved with strength and conditioning and has them right this year, as he just sends the charges back out in the field alongside Frankie McGrath here. So Loughmore first on the field for the second half of the first half. So just after the water break stage, 5 points to 2. Loughmore leading Moyle Rovers here. Nice competitive game of football, great conditions, slight wind advantage for Loughmore in this first half. Strong enough actually, this wind here in the first half, and it has picked up even since the game started here, but we're about to restart with Moyle Rovers kick out, and Kieran Kendrick sends it all the way up into the sky. Ball breaking over there on top of Danny Owens, and away comes Dee Foley, who feeds that ball on again onto Liam Boland, and it's funneled down the far side of the field over there, but it has gone out, and it is going to be a kick for Loughmore. Fed into the middle now, in as far as Noel, and back over to Eveston now. Away he goes up towards the 65 here, holding on to that ball at the moment. Willie Eveston now funnels it on again on to Noel McGrath. Noel McGrath, beautiful angle ball sent straight down into the corner here, and a hard challenge in there on top of Conor McGrath, who did really well to gather possession. 2 Moyle Rovers players came in on top of him, challenged illegally, and a name going into the book. It looks like Dara Ryan's name will go into Derek O'Mahony's book.
Yeah, and Dara trying to help out his mate in the full back line, just got the tackle wrong as Conor ducked into the tackle. Dara went high, yellow card, but it's a good defending by Dara, as in the position he'd taken it. He just need to mind that corner back.
So the free about to be kicked here for Loughmore Castleiney. 5-2 they're ahead at the moment here, and the ref just moves back in the field here, but bouncing the ball and ready to go, the parochial house side in Borlahan here. It's kicked high, and Conor Ryan has just kicked it over the bar. A comfortable 4-point lead currently for Loughmore. Yeah,
what a lovely kicker the ball. Just even at such a young age to be taking the frees when you have the likes of Noel and John on the field. Well done, Conor.
This one slotted out now, and one out there by David McGrath, funneled up the field again to Dara Ryan. Dara Ryan back into the middle here, and away come Moyle Rovers crew. Tyke Fitz, and it's going to be a free in there, just holding on the arm, says Derek O'Mahony. So taken fast here by the wing forward Dara Ryan now. funneled up as far as Alan Campbell. Campbell has a go now, slots it in, looking for Quirk inside. The ball just bounces in there favourably for Loughmore, and Aidan McGrath comes away with it now and funnels it out to Noel. Noel McGrath works it on again to Connolly now. Connolly, the half forward now, has a few runners looking forward, feeds this one out the far side of the field over to Eamon Connolly, and just overplayed that one, and it goes out over the line. So a sideline over the far side. Shawnee Peters has the flag up over there, and they won't be pleased that they give away the possession there.
No, and the bench here in front of us, Stephen, aren't impressed with it. Just funny, two strong men, Noel McGrath and Danny Owens going at it there the last kick out. It will be interesting to see the next one.
So taking over the far side of the field, Moyle Rovers hold on to that ball over there. D. Foley plays it on again over now as far as Boland coming through the middle here, and it is Luke Boland now funnels this ball into the middle, in on top of Liam Boland, and away come Moyle Rovers. Liam Boland coming through the middle now, three after him, and he wins himself a free out there, and Loughmore just forced into conceding the free out there, and Joey Nyland, the player that gave away that one. So Liam Boland just goes down for a second, and it should be a scoreable one this time for Quirk.
It should, but against the breeze, maybe Stephen, he might consider now maybe kicking a bit lower. The last one was very high into that breeze and just tailed out. Important one though.
So Boland just getting a bit of treatment, but Stephen Quirk sizing up and ready to have a go at this. 6 points for Loughmore, 2 currently for Moyle Rovers in the first half here. This one slotted in, and this one has curled in nicely, and it is over the bar for Moyle Rovers. A much needed score for them. It's now 3 points for Moyle Rovers, 6 points for Loughmore Castleiney in the first half here in Borlahan of the county football semi-final, as this one is kicked out the field. 22 gone in the first half, and this ball is won out there by Eamon Connolly, but the ref says it was picked off the ground or touched on the ground, so it is going to be a free for Moyle Rovers. And Danny Owens slats this one straight into the middle now, looks for Quirk. Quirk gathers this ball, lays it off here to Rian Quigley. Rian Quigley has a couple of runners, feeds it out to Liam Boland. Liam Boland coming through now with the left boot, slots this one in and slots it over the bar. A very good score by the Moyle Rovers attacker, and they really had to work hard for that.
Yeah, exactly. Good play on Moyle Rovers. A good little spell for them now. They're two in the bounce, and again all that space for Liam Boland. He'll punish every time, especially on his left foot. Interesting now to see what Loughmore will do with the next kick out.
So Shane Hennessy gets ready to go again here for Loughmore. This one slotted straight down the middle of the field, and it's Noel who's over there, or John McGrath rather, and John McGrath has himself a free, went up for that ball, and player's hands were on his back when he came down, so it is going to be a free, and his older brother will take it. Here it is, Noel McGrath looking to see who's on, few players looking forward, kicks it back as far as Eamon Connolly now. Connolly back again, and away comes John McGrath this time now, 3 of them after him, and John McGrath goes to ground and has won himself a free out there. 2 Moyle Rovers players over eager and pushed him as he was trying to get through.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think John had much interest in playing that ball. Drove in at 3-4 defenders. Let's say won the free, and I'll be hoping his buddy Connor will tap it over. A yellow then it looked like for Danny Owens, which is the last thing Danny wanted now so early in the first half.
6 points to 4 before this kick is taken. Conor Ryan about to slot this one with the right boot, kicks it in towards the parochial house, and it is over the bar here in Borlahan. So it's 7 points for Loughmore, 4 points for Moyle Rovers here in the first half here, with Loughmore playing with a strong wind at the moment. It's just picking up all the time here, and then it dies down a little and comes back strong again. But a good kick there, and they're 3 clear at the moment before Kieran Kendrick slots this one out past the 45. Ball running along the ground, gathered out there now by Danny Owens. Owens feeds this ball into the middle. David McGrath bursting through, and David McGrath funnels it on quick. Moyle Rovers fast on the break here as they try and work this ball in to their attack now. This just being held up, and Loughmore have a chance to regroup inside, and John Maher is there and easily deals with this one and does really well to win himself a free. Gathered the ball out first time, beat his marker to it, and has a free out for himself, which is taken quickly here. McGrath works it out to Owen Ryan. Owen Ryan now funnels this ball on again. They have it as far as Brian McGrath. Brian McGrath up the field with this, up to Kieran Connolly. Connolly's on his bike now past the 65, tearing away past the 45 at the moment. Kieran Connolly funnels this ball outside him out to Willie Everston. Everston, nice angle ball sent in on top of Conor Ryan back again to Evanston now. Challenge comes in and does well to hold on to that ball and keep possession as they work it out as far as John McGrath. John McGrath is a player unmarked here. If you can spot him, he does, and he slats it out as far as Owen Ryan, and Owen Ryan kicks it over the bar. Brilliant vision again, this time from John McGrath to spot the unmarked Owen Ryan.
Yeah, a trend coming in that, Stephen. Now let's say the ball going down the roadside in Borlahan, as we said before, similar to Aidan McGrath's point earlier. Owen saw the space was there, lovely ball over to him, and without question he was putting it over the bar. Loads of confidence, and that's all started with John Maher winning a difficult ball off Rian Quigley in the far corner.
8 points to 4. Loughmore ahead. They're playing down towards the Holy Cross side in the first half. Moyle Rovers playing towards the Cashel side here in Borlahan. This one kicked out the middle of the field, and it's won again by Loughmore, and John McGrath comes through the middle now. Away he goes, throws a dummy and keeps going past the 45 as a couple of runners now feeds this ball. Oh, brilliant, went over, and it's a shot coming in and just over the bar from Conor McGrath. Oh, what a great goal chance there. That ball so fast into Kieran Conley and like lightning into Conor McGrath, who had the final kick there.
Yeah, super moving, and you could just see by him the confidence of Loughmore is growing every score they get. And let's say like the Moyle Rovers would need to respond now. They'll be looking for maybe a goal or a goal opportunity even to get them back into the game. But Loughmore are not going to be easy to beat now the way they're playing. They're really playing really well.
9 points to 4 currently now in the first half. This one kicked out the far side of the field. Liam Boland over there, and Liam Boland challenged by Brian McGrath, not giving him anything easy out there, and Moyle Rovers win this ball and work it out towards the 65. They're gone to the other 65 now through Danny Owens. Long one kicked in, looking for Quirk inside. Keeper comes out now. Keeper does brilliantly to dispossess Stephen Quirk, and they've worked that ball out the field to Noel McGrath, who shows his soccer skills as he moves that ball up along the field now, up to Joseph Nyland, and he works it in the middle now in as far as John McGrath. John McGrath, nice ball sent in on top of the full forward line, but Moyle Rovers defence quickest to react there, and they win that ball. And back out to Danny Owens in the middle of the field. Danny Owens now funnels it out again to Tyke Fitzgerald. Up here now in the middle of the field still. Tyke Fitzgerald now past the 65. Stays going strong here. John McGrath runs in and just stops him up there, but he keeps going now on to Dermot Foley. Foley coming through the middle now as Dermot Foley bursting in. Treeben after him here, and he does well to win himself a free in there as Loughmore just came in big numbers and just made sure it wasn't a goal scoring chance from Moyle Rovers, more or less.
Yeah, when they get in there, they always look threatening, especially when they've ball in hand. They're not kicking too much ball in there, but when they run it in, the pace they have is scary. I thought Loughmore did well to close that space. John, I think, maybe unlucky to concede the free. I don't know, D overplayed it a small bit, but good direct play from D Foley, and Liam Boland will tap this over to reduce the deficit.
First change of the game here. Joseph Hennessy is on the field for Loughmore Castleiney, and it is Aidan McGrath who makes way for him at the moment as this free is slotted over the bar for Moyle Rovers, and it is another score for Moyle Rovers. 5 now for Moyle Rovers, 9 currently for Loughmore Castleiney. 4-point lead for Loughmore here in the first half as we approach half time, and it is going to be Hennessy again at the Cashel end side in Borlahan, about to kick this ball out. We're looking here from the stand here in Borlahan as this one goes over the far side of the field and goes out over the sideline, and it is going to be sideline kick for Loughmore this time. Shawnee Peters just had the flag in the other hand first and switched it and gave this one for Loughmore. So taken fast by Joseph Hennessy, slotted in on top of the full forward line. Moyle Rovers in there now, but sprinting over there is Conor McGrath to get there, but it is Killian Crowe who does well to go down and secure that ball. Takes it fast back to Kieran Kendrick now, back in the goals. Kieran Kendrick holding on to that ball, toe to hand, just has a bit of time and room now, funnels it out to Jack Harney, the fullback. Jack Harney challenged out there by Kieran McGrath, but goes by him, works it out now to Alan Campbell, captain. Moves it on again to Dara Ryan. Moyle Rovers bursting up the field now past the 65 by Jack Harney, up the far side now up to Liam Boland. Liam Boland coming through, challenged hard over there and holds onto the ball and does well to keep going. It's still Liam Boland bursting through the middle, and the ref has blown the whistle over there and has signalled for a Moyle Rovers free in.
Yeah, again, it's all coming through Liam Boland. Brian McGrath stood him up well, just maybe when the tackle just shoved up over the shoulder. Good play by Liam Boland will be another chance to another chance for Moyle Rovers as we look, Stephen, here. Just in that last substitution for Loughmore, Aidan McGrath's come off heavily strapping an ice on the hamstring. Joey Hennessy is a good replacement to have, though. He's a tip senior footballer himself, so Joey won't weaken the team at all.
So this free about to be kicked by Liam Boland from the deck, and slots this one in, and it goes out to the right and wide, and just like Moyle Rovers were edging back into this game, they kicked that wide.
Yeah, four wides each now for both teams. Liam will be disappointed with that. After Stephen scored the last one, I think Stephen maybe should have been grabbing that ball off, and particularly when Liam was tired kicking it after he was fouled himself.
So Shane Hennessy about to get going here in the Loughmore goals, and kicks this one straight down the middle of the field, looking for Kieran Conley. Conley goes up, but the ball just bounces free on top of John McGrath, who moves it on a bit here. David McGrath in to gather possession, and it's going to be a free out for Moyle Rovers, and the wing back about to kick this one here, looking for options, and he has no options because Loughmore are in on top so fast, but plays it out to Danny Owens. Owens now moves this ball all the way up the field. Rian Quigley sprinting out, has time and room. It's Rian Quigley now, this ball funneled in the middle, and away come Moyle Rovers. Shane Foley this time with the shot, and it goes across the goals and out. Stephen Quirk has to go out near the dressing room side here to gather that ball, and it's worked back out now by Moyle Rovers, back out to the 45, still in possession. This time it's Tyke Fitzgerald, back again to Stephen Quirk. Stephen Quirk still on the 45, looking to see who's running through the middle, feeds it on to Alan Campbell. Captain is coming through now, plays it back to Tyke Fitzgerald. Tyke Fitzgerald coming through here and stays going strong now, working it in near the 14. He's going to have a go here, and he fists this one in and over the bar. A good score for Moyle Rovers. They needed something from that. They've got it.
I'm telling Tyke Fitzgerald since he was 16 or 17 not to kick the ball, and that's the reason why. When he's that kind of pace, he can, let's say, break through that line, and the simple thing to do is hand pass it over the bar. That was a difficult one, though, because he was actually on the turn when he did it. Great confidence booster for Moyle Rovers. Super score by Tigey.
So here we go, a long one again by Shane Hennessy, straight down the middle of the field, and John McGrath underneath this one, but Moyle Rovers turn it over and win this ball back now through Danny Owens. Danny Owens, nice angle ball sent straight in, looking for Quirk. Quirk comes out, gathers that ball, little flick on again here. Moyle Rovers coming on the attack, and the shot comes in this time, and it's back into play, and the ref is calling for a penalty. It was Rian Quigley there with the last effort, looked like it was going over the bar, but the keeper brought it back down. Talk us through that one.
Yeah, I didn't have the best view of it, to be honest. I don't know, was it a penalty? Shane Foley is down. Let's say Stephen Quirk is high-fiving Rian Quigley. I was actually looking at a little collision off the ball, so I'm no good to you, Stephen. I'm so sorry.
So it is going to be a penalty anyhow, and it is going to be Liam Boland who will strike this one, and Shane Hennessy in the goals for Loughmore Castleiney, but player down, just getting a bit of treatment, and that is Shane Foley currently, and looks to be okay. I think it's Shane Foley there, but the ball is in the possession of Liam Boland. So Liam Boland about to kick this penalty here up against Shane Hennessy in the goals here at the Cashel goal end in Borlahan here at the moment. So it's the centre forward tip footballer Liam Boland. Which side will he go? We're about to see this as he gets ready, and the run up and slots it coolly low to the left of Shane Hennessy, and a nice finish, a cool finish there.
Yeah, experienced player now. He just kept it down. It was going to be very hard for Shane Hennessy in the Loughmore goal to save it. A big score now for Moyle Rovers. The first goal was always going to be vital. Moyle Rovers are after getting it.
So we're level here in Borlahan. It's 1-6 for Moyle Rovers. It is 9 points for Loughmore Castleiney. Kick out the field again. Moyle Rovers win this one, and it is going to be Tyke Fitzgerald who will take this free out in the middle of the field, this dead ball, and he slots this one now straight away over the side over to Shane Foley, but is challenged out there by Conor Ryan, but Foley holds on to this ball now, and just on his own 45 at the moment, playing against the wind. They'll be happy with this. They're level at the moment as we approach half time, and that is the half time whistle here. So Moyle Rovers go in level at the break. It was all Loughmore for maybe 10-15 minutes in the first half, but what a strong last few minutes for Moyle Rovers.
Yeah, that was a score 9-4 there at one stage, and now it's back to 1-6 to 9 points. Big turnaround. Loughmore will be kicking themselves over conceding a goal, let alone a goal so late. So let's say it'll be interesting to see what they will do now to regroup at half time. Let's say Moyle Rovers, on the other hand, will be delighted with it. They weren't maybe playing that well. They were struggling to kick points into that strong breeze. So let's say it's a real shot in the arm for them now, and they will feel they're in they've all the advantages in the second half with the breeze.
Yeah, that penalty. I didn't see a foul there during it at all. I don't know what. All of us, the ball looked as though it was going over the bar, and keeper kind of got to it, or it came down on the post, and all of a sudden, it's a penalty call. But at the same time, none of the Loughmore players reacted.
Yeah, exactly, and maybe just we were just caught off guard, Stephen. I think maybe was there a shoulder charge or maybe a trip or something in the box that Shane Foley went down, and Derek O'Mahony would have a better view of it and gave a penalty. But regardless for it, Loughmore will have to regroup now, because they played they did all the running in that. In that match, they had 6 different scorers. Let's say they were holding on possession around the middle. They were kicking into that. Let's say the experience of Kieran McGrath in the full forward line. Conor Ryan and Conor McGrath working off him, and they look to be in pole position. Now it's a different different task now that they face it into the second half, into that breeze.
So it is currently Moyle Rovers 1-6, Loughmore 9 points here at half-time in Borlahan. We're going to take a quick break for the half-time break, and we'll be back with the second half very, very soon. Well, welcome back here to Borlahan for the second half of Moyle Rovers against Loughmore Castleiney. At half time here, it is Moyle Rovers 1 goal and 6 points, Loughmore 9 points, and Shane, was all Loughmore for a huge swart of that first half, but Moyle Rovers came back strong, kicked a couple of points, and then got that vital goal from the penalty.
Yeah, exactly. And Loughmore were winning their own kickouts. They were causing Moyle Rovers problems. They had 6 different scores, which is always good in football. And then suddenly, let's say the kickouts kind of just started going astray from, maybe just got a bit of fatigued out around the middle. And now, like say, they won the first 6. And I think they lost the last 5 kickouts. Which is a big turnaround, and compared to Moyle Rovers, they won 11 and lost 2 of their kickouts. So let's say, like, it's in football, it's always going to be very, very important to win your kickouts. Looking at the Loughmore team, they will fancy that area. Do you know what I mean? That little diamond of John, Noel, Brian, Eamon Connolly, Kieran Connolly going in there as well. Do you know that they would fancy winning a lot of ball in there. If Loughmore can win prime possessions, let's say they still have a massive chance in this. But if they allow Kieran Kendrick just to go short and dink these little balls out to the free flowing backs, it could be a very difficult task, because Liam Boland and these will they can score now from distance with that breeze. So it's going to be it's going to be tough for Loughmore to get as much ball as they did into such a dangerous full forward line.
So straight away, Loughmore are just emerging here from just below us. They were down to our left there in the first half, and Loughmore ready to go again here for the second half. They're sponsored by Michael Ormond Orthodontics, and he's here in the stand as well. Another former Tip player, a very good footballer as well, Michael Ormond.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's great when people stay involved in that, and they keep promoting it, because the game needs it. And let's say, like, proud Loughmore men, so they love to help out.
So we're about to go here for the second half. Derek O'Mahony is about to throw that ball in, and Moyle Rovers playing with that breeze, which is just strong now all the time here in Borlahan. And straight away it's down the field. John Maher gathers it. John Maher funnels this ball outside him now, straight out to Kieran Connolly, and Connolly is brought to ground on the way through, and straight away Derek O'Mahony reaches for the book.
Yeah, just the way it fell. I wonder the Loughmore bench are calling for a black. Liam could be in trouble here. Great bust by John Maher, broke the tackle, and just the tackle just came in around the shoulder. Yellow on this. Derek Manny says yellow.
So yellow card that time for Moyle Rovers, and it looks as though Loughmore are bringing up the goalie, and he's going to have a go at this one. Shane Hennessy on the way up, very accurate, and we'll see how he gets on with this one here. He's a good chance.
Yeah, exactly, and it's clever of Loughmore too. Even if he's to kick this dead, they can maybe box in Moyle Rovers and try and compete for the kick out. It also kills a bit of the clock. You know, we see Evan Comerford coming up doing for Kilsheelan the whole time. We see Cluxton doing for Dublin. It'd be great for Shane's confidence. He can nail the first one.
So Shane Hennessy about to step up to this one, knows exactly what way the wind is out there, and straightforward one right in the middle of the field. Here we go. It's the Loughmore keeper with this one. Slats it in, but into the hands of Kendrick inside in the Moyle Rovers goals, and back out now. Campbell funnels it back out, and away come Moyle Rovers out to Ben Owens now in the middle of the field, and they hold on to that ball and try and just recycle it there within their own 21. Loughmore keeper back in his own goals at the moment, but Moyle Rovers just holding that ball there through Luke Boland and back to Alan Campbell now. They're still within their own 21 and go back as far as the goalie here as well, and just taking their time. And the change for Loughmore, I see Evan Sweeney is on as well at half time for them. So the hurling star player also now back on the football field here, and it is Evan who is in possession at the moment on the 45 now. Funnels this ball outside over to Kieran Connolly. Connolly coming through, but Moyle Rovers turn it over there, and away they come back up the field now, and it's up to Shane Foley. Shane Foley on again now. Long ball sent straight in now, in on top, and mark is called there by Liam Boland. He had the hand up, and Derek O'Mahony blows the whistle for him. So a nice kickable one here. He'll have time and room, and he'll fancy his chances here with this, as John Maher just moves back a bit here, but it is going to be Boland now, who slots this one in. It's high and long and accurately kicked towards the Holy Cross side here in Borlahan. A good point, and it puts Moyle Rovers clear.
Yeah, exactly, and very clever Liam Boland. He just had a half yard to collect his mark just inside the 45, and with that breeze he's always going to score, but he's always going to kick it dead, and there's a high chance of a score. That's 1-4 for Liam Boland. The shooting boots are on today.
1-7 for Moyle Rovers, 9 points for Loughmore Castleiney at the start of the second half here. That's the first kick of this game, and we're ready to go. Long one kicked out the field now, broken in the middle of the field there, and on sprints Owen Ryan onto this ball, and it's gone out over the line over the far side of the field. It's going to be one for Moyle Rovers over there right in front of their subs. Kicked high now straight away by Fitzgerald in on top of Quirk, and Quirk catches well now. Away he comes as Quirk coming through the middle, and he just slots this one over the bar. He had broke free and he thought about lobbing the goalie there, but just had ran out of room to do so.
Yeah, exactly. We said the Liam Boland's after getting 1-4. That's the second point for Stephen. First in play, he was looking for the goal. Moyle Rovers will be happy with the point, and just things are starting to go against Loughmore. A big turnover by Ben Owens in the last play, and now over the far side, another loss in possession for Loughmore.
1-8 for Moyle Rovers, 9 points for Loughmore. This one broken in the middle of the field, and it is John McGrath. John McGrath coming through now, heading for the 45, and John McGrath goes to ground, does really well to win that free off Alan Campbell there, and Noel picks up the ball and gets ready to go, and we'll see they're leaving the keeper where he is for this one, so it is going to be John McGrath who'll have a go at this now. A couple of players making runs, goes straight down the middle now, gathered there and laid back again to John McGrath. John McGrath plays this ball into the middle, but the ref is holding play back and is given a free in, and it looks as though Noel that's down on the deck at the moment. So they just tried to manufacture something, and now they have their free with the advantage.
Yeah, Ben got a turnover in 2 plays ago, and this time just was maybe being accused of a third man tackle again. Noel will be happy with that, because they were just after, it looked like they were after getting it turned over. Big free now for Connor into the breeze. We saw Stephen Quirk, and with his first free went very high and wide. It'll be a tester.
So a huge one coming up here for Loughmore Castleiney, and it is slotted over the bar by Ryan. A very good free taker and a very good score there. So Loughmore now on 10 points. Moyle Rovers 1 clear on 1 goal and 8. So very close here, anyone's game. And in this second half, it is Moyle Rovers who are playing with a strong wind out in the field at the moment. That penalty before half time really just kick-starting their game here, as this one is sent out and long down the field. One out there now by Joseph Hennessy now, and he works it up to John Maher. John Maher bursting through now, heading towards the 45. Beautiful bouncing that ball straight in, looking for the corner forward, but Moyle Rovers read it and they funnel that ball back out. Luke Boland lays it back, and it is back again to Jack Carney, and out the field they go and work it out along over now to Diarmuid Foley. Foley now holds it up on his own 65, slats it in high and long, looking for Quirk. Quirk goes up, brings the ball down, and Derek O'Mahony has opted for the free in there for Quirk. He went up one-handed, and the Loughmore player that went up with him penalised.
Yeah, and John Ryan just again another hand over the shoulder, just seemed to kind of pull Stephen as he turned. That's what Stephen Quirk brings to the Moyle Rovers team, where you have the great pace of Rian Quigley and Shane Foley. They said Stephen gives you the big high ball option, so good to see him back in action.
So it is 10 points for Loughmore, 1-8 for Moyle Rovers before this one is taken, as Quirk slots this in, and it is over the bar. Another score for Moyle Rovers this time. A good point now, and they go back clear in this game, and the wind playing a huge havoc with Loughmore's game plan now for the second half. So all in Moyle Rovers' favour here, as they move 1 point clear, 1-8 to 10. Long one out the far side of the field, ball hopping over there, and again Moyle Rovers win this now and work it back out the middle up to their own 65, just keeping possession the key for them now. And this ball kicked into space here down in the 45, sprinting to get there at the moment. It's Foley does well to control that ball and hold on to it toe to hand, and just holding that ball up at the moment now, lays it off to Shane Foley. Shane Foley now back to Danny Owens. Danny Owens in on top of Quirk, and Quirk just went up with that one, and John Ryan, who's on the field there, just got away with that really.
Yeah, again it could be deemed to just a little push in the back, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Good defender by John Ryan.
Away come Loughmore now, back up to the 45, back out to Evan Sweeney. and away he goes. Two of them after him here. Does well, toe to hand, keeps that ball, bounces it now up past the 65, funnels it on again to Conley. Kieran Conley back on again now, out the field, out to Joey Nyland coming through the middle here, challenged hard out there, does well to hold on to that ball, and back in the middle, back again to Noel McGrath now in the middle of the D now, funnels this ball out into space for the runner, and Sweeney goes to gather it here, does well now and hold on to that ball. It's Evan Sweeney now plays it back in the middle into Nyland here, and the shot comes in, but he's half blocked, bouncing favourably for John McGrath there, and John McGrath goes up, and it is a free in for Loughmore. Kieran McGrath was coming onto the breaking ball and took a really hard shoulder, and it is going to be a free in, a very scoreable one again for Conor Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. After getting the last one, Conor will fancy this one. Moyle Rovers had good numbers back, good block by Luke Boland. We'll be disappointed to concede that free, but it's an important point now for Loughmore, because they want to keep in touch with this Moyle Rovers team.
So this one kicked over the bar by Conor Ryan, and it's very close here all the time here, and we welcome Tip FM over to us now at the moment here. Very close game here. Moyle Rovers just edging this game for the last few minutes here, but Loughmore staying in touch at the moment, and it is 11 points for Loughmore Castleiney, 1-9 for Moyle Rovers. That goal that they got from a penalty just before the break just brought them back into this game, and they're in possession now in their own half back line here. Ben Owens on the 65 funnels that ball still in their half back line here, as this one is sent in to enemy territory, but Evanston is there and does really well for Loughmore to control that ball and work it back out the field here. Willie Evanston now feeds it on again, and they have it to Evan Sweeney now on his own 65 here. Away he goes. It's Sweeney, bounces that ball, funnels it on again. Joey Nyland now bursting through past the 45. He's still going strong, couple of them after him here. Ups to lay that ball back out now to Joseph Hennessy, and this one comes in across the goals and out the far side and wide really, and that wind is just playing havoc with both teams really.
Yeah, exactly, and it was well worked. Joey Nyland did really well. Joey Hennessy, the shot was on, just pulled it a small bit.
11 points to 1-9. It is Moyle Rovers ahead as this ball is broken down in the middle of the field. Nyland gathers this ball, feeds it back to Evanston. Evanston back up again now to Joey Hennessy, and away he comes up the field now past the 45, holding on to that ball, toe to hand again now, fed into the middle into Evan Sweeney, and Evan Sweeney now trying to manufacture something for Loughmore. Bounces that ball, keeps going, does brilliantly to go by Ben Owens, and doesn't get a free in there as he went to ground out there, and Moyle Rovers win that ball back, and away they come. Alan Campbell, the player who retrieved the situation out there, and they've had worked out to Jack Harney now out the far side of the field, out to Shane Foley. Shane Foley now tearing away past the 45 at the moment. 11 points for Loughmore, 1-9 for Moyle Rovers, a 1 point lead for the South team at the moment, as Moyle Rovers are in possession on the attack here on the field here, and this one coming through but half blocked in there is Liam Boland, and Noel, the closest player to him, back in now to Shane Hennessy working it out past the 21, feeds this ball on again onto Noel now in the middle into younger brother Brian McGrath. Brian now works it up again up to Kieran McGrath now coming through, heading for the 45 at the moment, feeds it on again onto John McGrath bursts through now, holding play and keeping the advantage rule here, and the ref is calling it back, and he is given a free in for Loughmore, and that calls for a black card there.
Yeah, calls for black card here. Danny might be in trouble though if Derek O'Mahony saw it. Just a bit of an off the ball shoulder charge. Derek didn't see it though, but it's going to be another chance for Conor. Patient play by Loughmore, and let's say it was a good response now since the half-time break.
So here we go. It is the corner forward, kicks this one in, and beautiful score. Conor Ryan, remember the name, that's a serious kick at the ball, and we're back level here. 12 for Loughmore, 1-9 for Moyle Rovers.
Yeah, 5th point of the day for Conor, and he's shooting really well, and as we said, great confidence from a youngster.
So ready to go again here. It is Kieran Kendrick now having a look to see what's on, straight down the middle with this one, and 50-50 ball in the middle, broken down out there by Ben Owens, but it breaks out as far as Loughmore hands, and Brian McGrath gets himself a free here now, funnels it out to John Maher. John Maher now up on the 65, up to the other 65, still John Maher now into the 45, works that ball on again onto Kieran Conley back to John Maher, funnels this ball back out again, out to Conor Ryan now. Conor Ryan coming through the middle now. Conor Ryan lays this one off again, and it's Kieran McGrath who has it now. Kieran McGrath feeds it in again. Still Loughmore in the attack here, fighting hard to get a score. Conor McGrath, high challenge there, but still in possession now. They funneled it out as far as Kieran Connolly. Kieran Connolly, time and room in front of him, holds on to the ball here, does well to try and knock it back to a teammate when he loses out. It's still Loughmore trying to get a go at a shot here, and out to Kieran Connolly, and now the shot comes in eventually, and this one is dropping in, and it's just punched over the bar by John McGrath, who had to go high and knock it over the post.
Yeah, could have been a goal. Really well read by John McGrath. Conor McGrath's effort was just hung up in the breeze, and it was a 50-50 battle between Kieran Kendrick, who was standing still, and John McGrath, who was had a run on him. Another battle coming on here, Stephen, and it's going to be Loughmore subs there are getting very buoyant.
Great catch out there by Noel McGrath. Funnels this ball out as far as Evan Sweeney. Evan Sweeney now bursting through on the 45. Funnels it back to Noel again. Noel plays this one on the field over the far side of the field over there to Owen Ryan. Owen Ryan moves it on again now, this time to Kieran Connolly now. Still Loughmore in possession, holding on to the ball. They've got on top again here in the second half. It is Noel McGrath at the moment now. Funnels this on to Everston now. Willie Everston bursting through the middle now, holds on to the ball, two of them after him, does well, rides the challenge and keeps going again, on to Conor Ryan, on now to John McGrath in the middle of the D now. John McGrath coming through the middle now, shakes off a couple of challenges, feeds it out to the unmarked corner forward, and over the bar by Conor McGrath. Brilliantly worked point for Loughmore.
Yeah, we said the momentum, there was a bit of a momentum shift there after getting the last four scores, so it's all Loughmore at the moment as we go into the water break, and this the last thing that Loughmore would need now is a break and play. They want to play forever.
Loughmore 14 points, Moyle Rovers 1-9 now. All of a sudden Loughmore just hit the accelerator here and go up another gear in this game as Kieran Kendrick gets ready to get going here, kicks it out the far side of the field over now towards Darragh Ryan, does really well. Darragh Ryan now soloing up the field here, and a lot of pace in David McGrath here. David McGrath coming through, slots this one in on top of the full forward line, looking for it out near the sideline there. It is Quirk. Quirk does really well to fend off Brian McGrath now and hold off this ball now, toe to hand. It is Quirk back out to the 45. Still Moyle Rovers now in possession, but it's a loose ball and they've given it back straight away to Loughmore, who will be very grateful for that, as Noel McGrath goes back to gather that ball and funnel it back as far as their goalkeeper Hennessy, and away comes Hennessy up the field now, back again to Noel and his own 45. It's Noel McGrath now over that side of the field, challenged by Rian Quigley over there. This ball just kicked a little too far away, and it comes off a Moyle Rovers player, and it is going to be line ball for Loughmore Castleiney, and they've really just come back into this and stormed back in well.
Yeah, and they're winning all the kickouts now at the moment, Stephen, so they give the primary possession and they're making it pay.
This one sent in long now by Noel McGrath, in on top of John McGrath rather, gathers this, feeds it back again to Kieran McGrath. Kieran McGrath coming through now, has a couple of runners, works this ball in, and they've worked it into a scoring position, and they've got another point, and all of a sudden it is Loughmore who just gets stronger and stronger in this game. A really well worked score this time, and another one for Loughmore as the water break stage approaches. That point courtesy of Conor Ryan, the corner forward. So they've really pushed on now. 15 for Loughmore, 1-9 for Moyle Rovers. A big turnaround.
Yeah, exactly. And let's say it's what we expect from Loughmore, Castleiney. They never say die attitude. But I'll be honest, I thought at half time, and just even particularly after half time, when Liam Boland scored, made it 1-7-9. Quirk went 1-8. Stephen Quirk got 2 to put it to 1-9-9. They were looking at a defeat down the barrel there. Let's say then you kind of start to get a bit tired. Do you know what I mean? They've had a lot of matches, and it's grand when you're winning, but then if you go behind, you kind of think, oh God, today might be the day that the winning streak finishes. But it's been all Loughmore in the last few minutes. 6 points from Conor Ryan, 4 points for Conor McGrath. Let's say when you have two lads in form like that in the full line, you have the experience of Kieran McGrath and things inside beside him. It's very, very hard to stop. Moyle Rovers are getting loads of numbers back, but they're after losing the middle of the field the last few minutes, and they needed the water break to stem that flow.
So Loughmore just had their words there amongst themselves, the players, and Frankie McGrath very happy with how things are going at the moment here, and just let them work away here. It's 15 points for Loughmore, 1-9 for Moyle Rovers. It was all Moyle Rovers after that penalty that they got on the start of the second half, but now it is Loughmore Castleiney who are pushing on here. So just under a minute for this water break stage, so that means we've about 15 to go in this game, and up to Derek O'Mahony then, whatever he will add on. Derek O'Mahony, of course, well-known inter-county referee here, as this one goes out the far side of the field, gathered out there now by John Maher. Back again to Noel, funnels it on again. It's Loughmore in possession, and a loose ball just kicked out there, as Evan Sweeney did well to retrieve the situation. A loose ball and just connected with it with a volley with the right boot, and funnels it back to Noel. Again back to Evan Sweeney. Evan on again now to Willie Everston. Willie Everston away he goes now, heading for the 45. Still Willie Everston bursting through the middle now. Plays it back to Kieran Conley. Back again now to Conor Ryan here, and it's all Loughmore at the moment. Funneled over across to John McGrath. John McGrath has a couple of players inside, and he opts for the score, and just got the angles completely wrong with that one. And he had a runner, and he was half thinking maybe of fisting the ball, and then decided to kick.
Yeah, just a tired kick from John. He probably had a half chance. He got on the half turn, had a chance to maybe swing it over with the right. But he's so dangerous. Let's say he tried to step inside and tried to link with the lads inside. Then just threw a boot in it. But was a chance for him.
So this one funneled out the far side of the field. Moyle Rovers now, and gathered out there by Jack Harney. Jack Harney now in possession now to Dara Ryan, and Dara Ryan funnels it back, and still Moyle Rovers, but they're not getting anything easy. John McGrath comes in, challenges Alan Campbell hard, and does really well to force Alan Campbell to kick this ball out here, but it's out as far as David McGrath, and back again, and still Moyle Rovers within their own 21 at the moment, and haven't burst free, but they do now through Jack Harney. Jack Harney up towards the 45 now. Plays this ball on again onto Dara Ryan. Dara Ryan, long one kicked in, and he was looking for Rian Quigley over the far side. John Ryan had him covered over there for Loughmore, but the ball goes out over the line, and it's taken fast now. They go back to the goalie with this one, and it is Hennessy who is challenged in there by Stephen Quirk. Does well, plays it out now as far as John Maher. John Maher, and he's 21. Back again, Noel back helping out again, and Noel McGrath there, and back to the goalie. Back again now to Evan Sweeney. Evan Sweeney out to the 45. Away he goes now. It's Evan up towards the 65 here. Toe to hand, bounces that ball, funnels it on again now, this time on to Conley. And Kieran Conley works it back in the middle into Evan again now, coming up towards the edge of the D here. Evan Sweeney brilliantly fends off two attacks there, but just slips and gives the ball away, and away come Moyle Rovers now all of a sudden, back out to their 65 here. Long ball kicked in by the corner forward Shane Foley, and this one is sent in, and John Maher is in there. It's still Loughmore 15 points, Moyle Rovers 1-9. We welcome Tip FM over to us here. It's a 3-point lead for Loughmore, and they're in possession in the middle of the field. County footballer Joseph Nyland coming through here the middle now, heading for the 45, and keeps going strong and does brilliantly. The roar goes up here from the Loughmore Castleiney support. A super run there, and to win the free by Joey Nyland there. 15 points for Loughmore, 1-9 for Moyle Rovers. They are really staying the course now.
Yeah, and I said really hard running. Let's say just the fitness is shown. We commented before the match that they're at Loughmore after doing a real strenuous warm up. These guys are fit. That's a really hard run by Joey Nyland into the danger zone, and gives Connor another chance to get his 7 point.
And this one is kicked high, and it just curls out to the left of the post from Conor Ryan. Just didn't connect the way he'd like to at all with that one there, and it goes out to the left of the post and wide. It's still 15 points to 1-9. Loughmore still ahead here. This one kicked out the far side of the field. Ball bounces over there, and it is Luke Boland who gathers. Luke Boland feeds it into the corner now. Rian Quigley sprinting out to win that, and it goes out, and it is the pounder who plays this ball back in the middle now, in as far as Noel. Back again now to John Maher. John Maher bursting through the middle now, funnels it on again over the far side of the field. It's on now to Joseph Hennessy, who's coming through, and this ball just goes to ground, and it is going to be a free out for Moyle Rovers. So a turnover there for Moyle Rovers.
Yeah, just again lost his footing, but they're after winning it back with John Maher.
Back again now from him to Noel. Noel on again to Evan Sweeney, who has had a huge impact on this game since he came on. Funnels this ball on again now to McGrath, the centre forward. Back again to Joey Nyland now coming through the middle here, holding up that ball. Does well to funnel off the marker. Beautiful piece of skill to play it. Back again to Evan Sweeney. Back again to Kieran McGrath. Back now to John McGrath coming through the middle. John McGrath's opening up in front of him. John McGrath! Oh, it just took a deflection, and that was surely a 45.
Yeah, let's say unless Stephen just it was a complete banana shot, just we couldn't see it. The challenge came in late and put him off balance, and it was deemed as a wide. Just another example though of John McGrath going through the middle.
So this ball played out here the side, and it's gone out over the line, and the ref just blows up John McGrath for a challenge there, but. It looked like it should have been a 45 for Loughmore, but they didn't get it. And the sideline taken here and back to the goalkeeper and back out the far side of the field now. Back out to David McGrath in possession. Plays it in now to Luke Boland. Luke Boland on now again to Ben Owens. Ben Owens now works this ball up along here towards the 65. Back up now to Killian Crowe, and this one sent in long, looking for Quirk inside, but Everston is there, and Everston having a stormer here in the second half for Loughmore. Castleiney does brilliantly to play it on to John Maher. John Maher on again to Kieran Connolly. Back again to Noel on his own 65 here. It's Noel McGrath. Nice ball straight into space now for Conor Ryan. Conor Ryan gathers this one now and turns inside him here. Challenged out there by David McGrath. Plays it back out to teammate, and they've worked that ball back into the middle to Kieran Connolly now. Kieran Connolly out near the 45. Noel calls for it again. Noel McGrath gathers it now. Noel angle ball sent into space. Oh, brilliant ball, but the other forwards just didn't react there, and the corner back from Moyle Rovers does so, and Killian Crowe funnels it back to Kendrick in the goals, and Kendrick out he comes, lays it off again here now, back to D Foley. Haven't seen as much of him the last 10 minutes as we did in the first half. Plays this ball on again here now to Luke Boland. Luke Boland in the middle now, and away comes D Foley, still going strong now. Plays it on here to the centre forward Boland, and this shot comes all the way in, and Liam Boland slashed that one over the bar. That's an exceptionally good score.
Yeah, and they needed that. They haven't scored in over 15 minutes, and that's the Moyle Rovers game plan. They have such talented footballers, and they have such pace. If they have possession of the ball and if they have green grass, they will make it pay. It's just what's happening to them is they're breaking out a lot, and they're kicking into Stephen Quirk, and Brian McGrath is actually doing a good job on Quirk inside, and they're giving possession away a lot.
Into the last 7-8 minutes here as Liam Tracy warms up here for Loughmore. The call came from Frankie McGrath, the Bonish door, and he warms up here. It's 15 for Loughmore, 110 for Moyle. Kick out the field. Moyle Rovers win it here, and Noel McGrath in there with the challenge. Moyle Rovers hold on to the ball here. They've funneled it out now as far as Ben Owens. Ben Owens coming in, long one in, looking for Quirky inside. This ball just too much for him, and he's not going to get there. And the ball goes out over the sideline. He has to run to retrieve it from the sideline and give the ball back to Loughmore.
Yeah, and that's what you're saying. The kick pass is great if it goes to hand. If not, and you're giving away possession, it just slows the game down, and it gives Loughmore an opportunity just to get their breath. The Loughmore bench has been really impressive though today, Stephen. Joey Hennessy's come on, Liam Tracy's coming on, Evan Sweeney's coming on, and they still haven't. I don't know, is Larkin Egan injured, but they have a really strong bench.
15 points to 110 at the moment. Shawnee Peters has the flag up here, the linesman, so the game is just paused here as changes made here, and Conor McGrath is the player to make way for Liam Tracy. So Liam Tracy, good sub to be bringing on.
Oh, excellent. County inter-county footballer Liam Tracy, loads of football, loads of strength. Will be a big addition to that full forward line.
They work it out now from the sideline out the far side of the field. John McGrath there, and it's back as far as John Maher, but ball funneled into space here now, and Quirk is just unmarked inside, but Loughmore react quickly there, and the ball is just held up, and it is Liam Boland in possession in there, and Stephen Quirk is still dangerous in there, and they can't really give him any room.
Yeah, exactly, and just that last play there, Stephen, just with the sub coming on, when Liam Tracy's come on, it gave Moyle Rovers a chance just to squeeze up in their men. Loughmore were kind of boxed into their own corner. John Maher, uncharacteristic turnover, and it gives Liam Boland another shot at a free.
So here we go here for Moyle Rovers to try and reduce the deficit to 1 point here. They're currently 2 down before this kick. Long one sent in, and it is good. It's over the bar at the parochial house side here in Borlahan, down the road to Holy Cross is just outside it there, and that is a good score. 1 point game.
Yeah, 1-6 out of Liam Boland today. He's been very good. As Ben Owens and Evan Sweeney get to know each other. Derek O'Mahony is going to intervene though. Getting a bit jealous.
Derek O'Mahony in there now and speaking to both players and just tells them, get going again, lads, and he's ready to rock and roll. Winner of Stars in Their Eyes last year, the Tip County Board Stars in Their Eyes, and he was Elvis Presley at that, and referee was serious singer of Elvis Presley tunes, as this one is kicked out the field here now. It's won again by Moyle Rovers now, and it is the corner forward, Shane Foley funnels this ball back out here now to Ben Owens. Ben Owens funnels it on again to the 45 onto Liam Boland. Liam Boland up to the 65, up to the other 65. Still Boland heading for the 45. Off he goes now. Plays this ball on, but it's a loose ball, and it's going to be a free out for Loughmore. It was a loose ball, an overhead pass. Loughmore won it, and Moyle Rovers player straight into the Loughmore player.
Yeah, Luke Boland just a tackle on Joey Hennessy. Great defender, Joey. Luke just couldn't put on the brakes in time. He saw that play develop. He caught up with Liam Boland, was on the shoulder, just pass couldn't go to hand.
So 1 point lead currently, 1-11 for Moyle Rovers, 15 points for Loughmore. Stephen Gleeson, Shane Stapleton here on the Tip GAA stream here, as it is Everston coming out of the fence here, out to the middle of the field. Plays it out to John Maher. John Maher coming through now, has a runner. Nice ball to Joey Nyland coming through the middle here. Here we go, plays it on again onto the sub that's just on the field. And listen to the roar from the bench here from Loughmore. Straight away to the sub, and Tracy, the man when the need is great.
Yeah, I don't know, has Liam a little niggle and didn't start, but let's say he was always going to make an impact in the game, and let's say great score off his left foot.
This ball funneled out again here now, back to Jack Harney, the full back from Moyle Rovers, and it's up the field here, up to Dermot Foley. Dermot Foley now holding on to this ball, races away at defence here, chased there by Conor Ryan, but plays that ball on again onto Shane Foley. Shane Foley just outside the D. Absolutely no one in the Moyle Rovers defence at the moment. They're all on the attack here as they burst through. Tyke Fitzgerald coming in, and the ball has been turned over, and there is no one at this side of the field at all. They are all down the other end of the field, all 30 players, as they race back here, and a couple of them just get back in time, but it is Loughmore breaking with the ball. Sweeney has it now, funnels it back in the middle, in as far as John McGrath, back to John Maher. John Maher again now, onto Joey Nyland now, back out to Noel. Noel here calls and plays this ball on again onto Joey Hennessy. Gathers this ball at the moment now in the middle of the field. 3 Moyle lads around him, but plays it back to Noel, and he steadies the ship onto John McGrath, his younger brother. John just holds that ball, and away go Loughmore Castleiney again. They're in the hurling final already. They'll take on Killadangan in that. Can they make the football final in Tipperary? Do the double, the historic year of 2020, 100 years on from Bloody Sunday. It is Loughmore Castleiney who work this ball up the field now, straight up now, up towards the corner forward, on again to Sweeney. Evan Sweeney under 21. Plays this ball back out again here. It's Loughmore. The shot comes in, and over the bar, Conor Ryan. A fantastic score once more.
Yeah, 7 points for Conor. He's a super game. He was closed down the first time, looped around. Evan Sweeney's made a big difference too, Stephen. He's brought a lot of experience, and just like the hurling, we said it a couple of matches we've done together when Loughmore are hurling, he's very, very direct. Let's say, and that last play, that was typical Loughmore. They brought every single player back into their own half. They knew a turnover come. They got the width with Joe Hennessy, kept the ball, eventually gets the score, Conor Ryan. And let's say with time nearly up, Stephen, it's going to be a big mountain to climb for Moyle Rovers.
We're in the last couple of minutes of action here in Borlahan. It is looking likely that Loughmore Castleiney will get to another county final here. They're beating Moyle Rovers at the moment, 17 points to 111. Peter Nyland is on the field, and coming off is young Conor Ryan, who had an absolute stormer for Loughmore Castleiney. This kick out the middle of the field, ball bounces favourably out there. First touch for the sub just on the field now. This ball funneled up along again, up as far as Evanston. Back again here now to Kieran McGrath as he works this ball on again. Evanston again now, fed on again longer, as it's Loughmore still coming on the attack here as this ball is just held up out there, and it's Owen Ryan slots this one high, bounces in there and bounces out and wide, and straight away it was a Loughmore player onto the breaking ball. 17 against 111, very, very close.
Yeah, exactly, and Moyle Rovers need possession here now, so they've a lot of space inside, but they need possession of this kick out.
Time is up, we're in added on time, 32 gone here in the second half at the moment here, as this one is kicked out here quickly out to the centre back. Alan Campbell now works that ball up again, and it is Moyle Rovers coming on the attack. Long ball sent straight in now, in on top of the subs, and straight away it is Noel McGrath who's there. Noel McGrath gathers that ball, funnels it back into Willie Evanston. Back again. Now they have it to John McGrath. John McGrath in his own 65, working it out over the far side of the field. Still Loughmore in possession, holding the ball and keeping possession all the time. Counting down the clock here, 17 against 111. This ball is in the hands of Owen Ryan over the far side. John McGrath has it now. John McGrath coming through the middle now. Couple of runners, and now they've got a couple of runners. Evan Sweeney is completely unmarked if they can spot him in time. This ball fed out again here now to Liam Tracy. Liam Tracy coming through, feeds it on again. It's to McGrath, and back into the middle here, and back, and it's over the bar. Evan Sweeney worked his way in, unmarked all the way, was at the very end, got the ball and fisted it over the bar. Another score, and what a team Loughmore Castleiney are. Absolute brilliance.
Yeah, the eighth score of the match, and the bench are making a big impact. Peter Nyland won primary possession. Liam Tracy let's say was involved, and it's really impressive play. When they had the ball on the far sideline, everyone was attracted to that side. Evan Sweeney, you could see him, he ran towards the camera here, and let's say knew the play was going to break over to this side. When it did come, let's say he was there to apply the finish, but that all came from a 50-50 ball that was kicked into the Moyle Rovers full forward line. John Ryan had probably no right to win it in front of Rian Quigley, broke it down, and let's say Loughmore hoovered up the brakes, but exceptional display from Loughmore.
34 on the clock in this half here. We're well into time added on. 18 points playing 111. Moyle Rovers need a goal and fast to stay in the tip championship. It mightn't even be enough, and they'll need more than that, but they need a goal straight away first off. But it is Loughmore who win that ball back again, and Kieran Connolly gathers it in the corner, and the ref says he's picked it up, so it's going to be a free out for Moyle Rovers. But on their end line there, time running out quickly for Moyle Rovers here. They need scores and fast, and they don't have enough time. The final whistle has gone. History has been made. Loughmore in the historic year of 2020, 100 years on from Bloody Sunday, when two of their parishioners took the field for Tipperary. They're in two county finals. 18 points to 111 the score here. What a club.
Yeah, what a club, what a team, and it really is let's say one for all and all for one. They had no right to be still in that game, Stephen. I felt after the hammer blow just before half time with that penalty, facing into a big breeze against a pacey and so talented Moyle Rovers team. But it's Moyle Rovers went 1-9 to 9 up, and like you'd be thinking this is going to be a long 20 minutes for Loughmore. No, not having any of that. Conor Ryan with 3 frees brought him back into it. Conor McGrath, Liam Tracy, Evan Sweeney all pointed in the second half, and let's say like they got all the matchups right, where John Owens and had his team placed out perfectly. Stephen Quirk at the edge of the square, Rian Quigley loads of space in front, the legs of Dee and Shane Foley, Liam Boland out around the half line, but just Loughmore won their battles. John Ryan tied up Rian Quigley, Brian McGrath did a job on Stephen Quirk inside, and they just took they were patient and took their chances. Really great. It's hard to describe it really, Stephen. It's just an extraordinary achievement to go week on week, to have that kind of confidence and pull out another victory. And just looking at Moyle Rovers walk off the field, I don't think they know what hit them.
They don't know what hit him. It's a fact here, really. You have to say, magnificently well done by Loughmore Castleiney. Just final word.
Yeah,
Richie
but even on that, Stephen, let's say like it just shows when you're winning matches are great, and let's say like you're fit and everything. Let's say Moyle Rovers now will be thinking they didn't get the matches that Loughmore got, and maybe they were caught on the hop a small bit. Didn't have that maybe that match fitness that Loughmore had. But momentum is a massive thing, and when Loughmore got their hands on the football around after 10 minutes in the second half, with that possession, they really did damage, and a great win for the midmen.
And it is Loughmore Castleiney into another county final. From me, Stephen Gleeson, and Shane Stapleton here. Thanks for your time. To Robert Healy, who is alongside us and brought you this coverage from the Tipperary GAA stream. We'll be back again shortly. Slán and Ish.